Jim here with OCA Media is proud to bring you another exciting Panther basketball game. Tonight the Panthers host Brookfield Central. Panther basketball is brought to you by Doopy Service Center, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting is hard, we're here to help, Oregon cares. And by the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Be a part of something great. Support our student athletes. OCA Media would like to welcome our scoreboard sponsor, Toro Horse Insurance, specializing in personal, business, and life insurance, locally owned since 1978. So we have the regional semifinals here in Oregon. Oregon hosting Brookfield Central out of the Greater Metro Conference. Oregon comes in off of a conference championship win up in Reedsburg over the past weekend. Oregon is 16-8. Like I said, they won the Badger West. Brookfield Central comes in at 6-17, sixth in the Greater Metro Conference. It's a tough conference for them. It'll be interesting to see what the Panthers can do here in the playoffs, playing against teams mostly from the Greater Metro Conference and the Big Eight. I think the only other Badger team is Wanakee in our sectional, so it'll be interesting. Luke Marks will be joining me in just a few minutes. He's running a little bit late. We're going to take it down to the PA announcer.
Welcome to Oregon High School for tonight's regional semifinal basketball matchup. Please welcome the Lancers from Brookfield Central and the Oregon Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time to honor America, would you please rise, remove your caps, and join in singing our national anthem. Brookfield Central High School, Oregon High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. On behalf of Oregon Athletic Director Brittany Spencer Grant, good luck to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy tonight's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship. And now, here are your starting lineups. First, from the Brookfield Central Lancers, number 11, Maddie Jensen. Number 12, Dylan Romero. Number 14, Elizabeth Rush. Number 15, Claire Marchant. And number 20, Maya Edmond. The Lancers are coached by head coach Sean Augustin. And now the starting lineups for the Oregon Panthers. Number 10, Caitlin Studebaker. Number 14, Clara Tracy. Number 15, Delaney Nine Ice. Number 22, Olivia Nice. And number 34, Sam Schmidt. The Panthers are coached by Adam Wamsley.
Well, it's go time here now at Oregon High School. I'm in a little late, so I forgot we're back on that 7 p.m. scheduling, but it is time to go here from the Oregon High School. Panthers and the Brookfield Central Lancers go to battle regional semifinal in the 5 versus 12. Winner plays tomorrow. Sun Prairie East for Sun Prairie West, the other side of the bracket. If East wins, it'll be here on OCA Media. If West wins, it'll be at Sun Prairie West, and here we go. Alongside me, of course, you guys heard Jackson Brockman do the open tonight. Panthers and man defense. Top of the key, Maya Edmond. 9 Heist will defend. Go right side, pretty long possession to start the game here. 30-second long possession already for the Lancers.
They aren't doing much here, just really kind of passing the ball at the top of the key to the wings. Definitely a slow opening possession. There's a ball screen.
Corner 3 is up and good, and Lizzie Rush opens the scoring.
Good patience there from Brookfield. They got that ball screen, got dribble drive into the middle, kicked it out to the corner for an open 3. It's a good look.
See how the Panthers answer here. Clara Tracy, I talked to her. She has been quite a bit upset at herself. She's been in a bit of a slump lately, trying to break out of it. It's Studebaker, answers with a 3 of her own. Panthers gonna set up in a press. Down the court come the Lancers. Inside on the drive, layup no good, but 9 High School boxing out and able to collect the rebound, but Studebaker tips the ball to Schmidt. Ahead she goes, out of bounds to Oregon. Definitely a small student section tonight for the Panthers. Of course, the big attraction is the sectional final hockey game over in Stoughton. They play St. Mary's Springs. Winner gets a trip to the Cole Center for the state hockey tournament. So,
boys team up in Portage tonight as well. They're always at those girls games, so you won't be seeing them in the student section tonight either.
Boys, of course, open playoffs next weekend, or next Friday, I should say. You'll be joining me for that one. They play Brookfield East, actually. Corner 3, Clara Tracy, it's good. Just as she told me I better get hyped for her 3. It's good, Clara Tracy. And the Panthers have their first lead in the early going. It's 6-3.
The Panthers in a little run and jump press here.
Nice tips that one, able to come up with a steal. It's Tracy in the corner, gonna fire off another, this time a bit strong for the sophomore. Panthers again pressuring the ball very close to half court now. Brookfield will get set up in an offense. Here they got Maya Edmond inside. 9 High's doing a good job denying, as well as Olivia Nice doing the same. Schmidt will defend the outside. Drive and a foul against Sam Schmidt.
Half-court defense is going to be important tonight for the Panthers. I believe they're going to be in their press pretty much all the game, I would imagine. But if Brookfield Central is able to break the press, it looks like they're going to take their time on offense. Long, slow possessions, get an open look. It's going to be important to not foul, show your hands. Just play tough defense for as long as you can.
On that dribble drive, a foul, presumably against Clara Tracy.
2 on Schmidt, actually.
I got the game. I found the hockey game. Now I got that up. Sold out hockey game over there at the Mant Center in Stoughton. Just about ready to get underway there. I'll give you guys some updates how that's going. Panthers can earn their way to the state tournament off the miss there from Lizzie Rush. Back come the Panthers.
Could be an interesting first half here without Schmidt for most of the half, I would imagine. She might not come in at all. You could see her at the very end.
Tracy on the drive with the right, draws a foul on the way up. Gonna get Claire Marchant for that one.
It's a really good take from Tracy. She took a couple early threes, knocked the one down, brought the defense out, and was able to drive past them there.
Yeah, pretty uncontested drive to the hoop First free throw gonna rattle through for Clara. Seven to 3. It's a 4-point lead for the Panthers. Just 3 minutes in. Clara's second is good, and that lead ever growing to 5 now, as 8 unanswered points for the Panthers get them out to a lead. Still in that press, we see, as you talked about, will be interesting to see how they can do without their heart, Sam Schmidt. Panthers now lose themselves in the press a little bit, and a blocking foul against the Panthers.
Thought that was a pretty good take from Bastion there. She did a good job of just picking a spot, staying there. I thought she got ran over, but the ref saw it otherwise.
It's gonna be, I believe, Claire Marchant at the line. Gonna shoot 2 free throws here. Front end off, back iron, no good. Still 8 to 3. Second one now from Marchant is gonna also be too strong. Panthers battle for the rebound. Delaney Nineheist comes up with it, the rebound machine.
Great job of boxing out there from all the Panthers. Really cleared out the lane there. The ball could have bounced, probably came to a stop before Brookfield got it.
Yeah, we've seen so many times the Panthers being able to do that and actually losing rebounds because everyone's boxing out and not going for the rebound. Just clearing the lane, and then somebody loses their body. Back down now comes the Lancers, ready for another offensive possession. Screen set now. Kick over to Maya Edmond. In the corner, Edmond will work. Now they swing a top side and a 3 off the right side of the rim. Maddie Jensen, no good off the 3-point attempt. Her first shot of the night.
Maybe a little bit quicker than Brookfield would have wanted there. They've been more successful taking their time, finding an open look. Don't hate the shot though, pretty open.
There, another 3 attempt for Tracy. That one's short. Not a bad look though, certainly for Clara. Here comes inside Marchand. That's good, and a really late foul call. Man, waited till the ball went through to blow the whistle there. Is definitely unusual.
Panthers are racking up the fouls already with 4. The
Team
first
fouls, yep.
just over 4 minutes of the half. That could be an issue. Might see Brookfield Central at the line a lot in the first half.
Gonna see Dylan Romero come out of the game. In for her, I look and believe that's Elise Gassette. Free throws no good for Marchand. Hasn't shown the ability to make any threes yet. Or I should say make any free throws, 0 for 3. Bastion will go to Tracy in the corner. They drop off inside for Olivia Nice. Now looking at this Brookfield Central roster, they come out of the Greater Metro Conference, one of those conferences over near Milwaukee where it's really good. They got Hamilton in their conference, Brookfield East as well, who is, I believe, the #1 seed in this exact sectional. Boys, of course, take on Brookfield East, who's a 13 seed, but definitely not a 13 seed you want to overlook because they're actually one of the better teams in the state, even though they're a 13 seed. They've been out without their best player, but we'll talk more about that next Friday. Just talking about how skilled this conference is. Another conference over there, Classic 8, one of the better conferences in all of Wisconsin, the Fox Valley Association, and then the Badger conferences, also just as highly touted. There's a miss off the baseline drive, Claire Marchant.
Good job there, not fouling on that possession for the Panthers.
See Carol in place of Clara Tracy. Scramble for the basketball. Olivia Nice first to it. She goes inside and is fouled on the floor. See who they get on that. Gonna get Gasset. Inbounds to McKenna Carroll here. They want to go to the top for Olivia Nice. Has it poked away out of bounds. Lizzie Rush off the defense.
The Panthers haven't came out super crisp yet. I expect that to turn around. They don't have their point guard leader on the court, but just a bit of sloppy play. A lot of fouls as well on both teams. Make that 3 on Brookfield Central. 7 total for the game already. Refs are definitely calling this one close, trying to keep a good hold on this game, not let it get out of control.
Inbound will come for Bastion here. Brooke goes right with it. Power dribble, steps back out, passes to Olivia Nice. Now dump off for Nineheist. She loses the ball, and Picking it up is Lizzie Rush. Down the court come the Lancers, and a travel. Maya Edmond had Gasset open, but didn't pass it to her, kind of second-guessed herself, and unfortunately for her, it's going to result in a travel.
Press has been real effective here for the Panthers. They already have a couple steals and forced that turnover.
Now Bastian loses, somehow didn't travel there, but they do end up getting the ball back, but a foul I think they're going to call on Brooke Bastian. It's going to give the ball to Brookfield Central. Well, they do get it on the Lancers. They call it on Maddie Jensen. 2 subs for the Lancers is Dylan Romero and also Grace Perkowski come into the game in place of Roush and Claire Marchant. As we talk, Panthers get ready to go again. Heavy pressure coming from Maya Edmond outside of Ninehuis. Studebaker will work left and give to a cutting McKenna Carroll, who finishes with the right. Tough finish.
A good back cut from Carroll. She's really good at cutting off the ball, just getting open looks. She doesn't really get herself open off the dribble, but she's really good at finding the right spot.
There's a good ball deny from Olivia Nice, results in a turnover there.
Good hustle from Nice, getting all the way back, stopping the ball. It's important in the press, having your guards sprint back.
And there's a travel on Caitlin Studebaker. Had an open look from 3, but got the ball to her a bit late. So, fortunately, a turnover for the Oregon Panthers. As I look over to our student section, kind of invaded a little bit by some middle schoolers down there in the first 2 rows, because not a ton of support tonight. I'm sure tomorrow night, since there's nothing else going on there, we more support if the Panthers are able to get through to the regional final. Of course, tonight, just with that sectional final hockey game in a sold-out arena, as well as the boys' game, there's not as much support for our girls. I know I talked to some of the guys from W7, and they all for the girls. Here are the Panthers down the court. Brooke Bastian breaking free off the Euro, and a foul.
The refs are still calling it real tight. I don't know if I agree with that call. Looked like pretty good defense. Bastian just got slipped up a little bit. I don't think she got fouled necessarily, but
It's the
already
second
5.
time Bastian slipped and fallen already, and honestly wouldn't have been upset if the refs called travel on Bastian there either. Here's Carly Zick into the game for the first time, taking out Ninehuis. Bastian knocks through the first, so it is 11-5. Brookfield Central fans certainly not in agreement with the refs early, and there a second free throw rattling through for Bastian, so she collects on them both, and it is 12-5.
Difference in this game so far has been free throw shooting. I believe Brookfield Central still 0 for 3. Oregon's made 4 or 5 at this point, so that's the difference right here in the game.
Working right now, dump off inside, and a layup is good and one. Maya Edmond puts it through.
I really hate to keep harping on it, but the Panthers, or the refs, excuse me, are really not letting either team play here. 10 total fouls and just over 9 minutes of action is not common in a high school game. Brookfield Central knocks down their first free throw of the game.
Two subs came in off that last timeout for the Lancers. Panthers back to go now, and
Illegal screen on Nice, I believe, is the call.
I think they got Studebaker, actually. No, they do get Olivia Nice.
Look, she was setting a cross screen in the lane, trying to free someone up. I didn't see who, but must have just moved a little bit, setting the screen.
Back down the court again comes number 11. That's Maddie Jensen. Studebaker will defend on the outside. Shot 3 there is good from Maya Edmond. Has been the heart and soul so far for the Lancers tonight. 12-10 is the lead. Panthers have already put the Lancers in the bonus. So still lots of time left in the first half. And like you said, Brookfield's going to shoot a lot of free throws. I keep almost calling them the Follett because of the Lancer name.
Yeah.
here in the corner. Bastion would have liked to see that look, and there an errant pass, and Zick can't keep it in. Now the Central fans getting loud here at Oregon High School.
Maybe a bit of a force there. Wasn't super open. Not a super catchable ball for Zick, so can't blame her.
Up the court again come the Lancers here. That one is good. Timeout, Panthers. It's tied. Here at Oregon High School, clock now just below 10 to go, and the Lancers have tied it up with your Panthers. Coach Walmsley going to talk it over with his girls now.
Walmsley obviously not too thrilled with the way the game has been going. I believe Brookfield Central might be on a 7-0 run, something like that. I believe it might have been 12-5 at one point.
12-5.
Yep, so definitely not happy with the play. But Walmsley's done a great job this year. This is the Panthers' second conference championship in 4 years. Obviously no conference season in 2021 due to COVID. So really 2 and 3 years for Walmsley. Very impressive. I was a sophomore when the girls won it last. They went to state that year. Unfortunately didn't get to play due to COVID. So I'm sure Walmsley's trying to get back there, be able to coach in a game at state. Got that taken away from him, but with no seniors on this roster, it's been pretty unbelievable what they've been able to do. Winning conference, hosting a regional semifinal, see how far they can go in the playoffs. Everyone's going to be returning next year, so they're only going to be better. It's exciting to see what they're going to be able to do for sure.
Yeah, of course, last year coming off that regional final loss, we'll see if they can avenge that with perhaps a win in the regional this year and get to sectionals for the first time since, like you said, that 2020 season that resulted in a no state tournament being played. Panthers, of course, want to get back to the rest center. That's the goal. Schmidt working here on Maddie Jensen, playing excellent defense on her. She's not going anywhere. Good pass off the cut from Zick, and the Panthers, their first points in a couple of possessions, are going to get back on the Toro Horse Insurance scoreboard.
Coach Walmsley takes the gamble, putting Schmidt back in, and it immediately pays off with an assist. Brookfield Central is going to be active on defense, it looks like. Their players are bringing a lot of energy, so back cuts are going to be wide open. It's a great cut from Carly. Going to have to see a lot of that. Should lead to a lot of open layups for the Panthers.
Tegan Schenecker in now as well for the Panthers. It's a drive and kick and a shot from three, no good. Zick comes up with the rebound. I believe that was Claire Marchant on the three, and out of the corner for Carroll. She thought about a three of her own and passes it up in favor of a high pass to Zick. Schmidt, screen set from Schenecker. Tegan gonna leak down to the post. Now a three from Carly. Zick is good.
Schmidt is just making things happen right now. Back-to-back assists to Zick. Getting the 5-point lead back. It was a big response from the Panthers after Brookfield tied the game.
Carroll defends on the outside. They go to the corner. Now a drive. I don't know,
It's a
foul
very,
on Zick. Not much there.
She might have put both her hands on her, but it's still pretty soft. Don't really think that she impeded her progress at all.
Free throws for Dylan Romero in the bonus. First foul for 2.5, 3 minutes for the Panthers. Clara Tracy gonna take Carly Zick out of the game, so.
2 on Zick. It's unfortunate she was just heating up there on offense.
You do understand it though, 2 fouls, just same course for Sam Schmidt. She sat for 5 or 6 minutes now. Free throw is gonna be good for Romero, and she cuts the lead for the Panthers back down to 4 points. So still lots of time left in this first half, just over halfway through. We're 10 minutes into the first half, and Romero's second free throw too strong, gonna rim out, and Nineheist comes up with the rebound. Schmidt will bring it ahead for the Panthers. Maddie Jensen will meet her. Tracy leaks inside of the paint. Schmidt gonna send it across. Predictable pass stolen away by Jensen, flips it up, no good, but spilling to the floor off of the foul from Clara Tracy.
Jensen, just a sophomore, has been really big tonight. Active on defense, making things happen on offense. Knocked down an early three, I believe. really leading the way here. Impressive as a sophomore.
Yeah, the sophomores for Brookfield Central. Maya Edmond, number 20 for the Lancers, has been the most prolific player on offense for the Lancers, I should say. I couldn't get the word out there for a second. Now Schmidt gonna bring it back across. Delaney Ninehigh sub back in off that during that free throw, took Claire Tracy out of the game with now her second foul as well.
Panthers looking for a little high-low action. Had a cross screen for Nice. Ninehigh's popped up, tried to get it into Nice.
Good move. Sam Schmidt creating space from Jensen, but misses the layup, and back down the court, Brookfield Central a chance to tie it up here. Jensen sends the Panthers defenders to the corner, and now a three, not even gonna be close from Maya Edmond.
Yep. Panthers look like they're gonna be okay with giving that three up if they can. Wasn't the prettiest of strokes. Maybe it can go in. It's the first one I think she shot all night, so give her the benefit of the doubt.
A miss from Olivia Nice. Of course, you talk about not pretty strokes that go in. Ben Henderson, or I think his last name was Henderson from Sauk Prairie, and banged a couple of threes on Tuesday. And me and my buddy DC Jensen were up here talking about how that stroke wasn't the prettiest, but you know, they don't have to be pretty, they just got to go in. And there's a three, no good. Panthers scrambling for the rebound, and I think they're going to get
Schenecker?
They're going to get it on Teagan there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Wow. So that's going to be more free throws. Lizzie Rush now at the line. That's the 9th team foul for the Panthers. Still 6.5 to go, and that's just Teagan's first. But Studebaker checks in for her. You got a sub waiting for Brookfield, but it is going to be a sub for Shooter here. So she's got to make the free throw to come out of the game. She does, and going to reward her. So I should say that's just the first free throw. So I don't know what I was talking about. Don't know why Studebaker came into the game, but not the Shooter. I guess she is coming for Shooter. Don't think they're going to give a
technical
warning. I think they gave him a warning.
A warning?
Yeah. Warning for Walmsley here.
He was visibly frustrated after that last foul call. I can't blame him either. I definitely thought it was either on Brookfield Central or no call, but it's not the way it went.
And second is good, and Lizzie Rush is going to reward herself now with a rest and place to her Prowowski.
I haven't seen many warnings for the bench really in high school.
The only one I can remember is against Edgewood last Tuesday. Coach Siebert received a warning and then a technical foul later in the game. Schmidt, that one looked good from here, no good. Rebound still being fought for, but Jensen comes up with it. Yeah, there was a warning for Siebert for the coach's box, and then he impeded that rule again, which resulted in a technical foul right alongside Evan Miles, who received technicals. So that was the only time this year I've seen technicals. Haven't seen one on Walmsley at all, but I wouldn't be surprised this early in the game that he were to get one. Schmidt up, no good. Battle for the rebound, going to keep it with Oregon off the hands, it looks like, of Maya Edmond out of bounds. So clock ticks under 6 to go. This game is tied up at 17 points on the Taurus Insurance scoreboard. They bounce pass it to Carroll. She's trapped in the corner, needs some help. They're going to throw it high side for Schmidt.
See if the Panthers can get something going. Schmidt knocks down the three.
They're going to give her a 2 there, deep 2.
Long 2. I was just about to say the Panthers hadn't scored in what seemed like 3-4 minutes, but good shot there from Sam. Get him going again.
Kick ball, yep, going to go against Olivia Nice or Delaney Nice. Doesn't matter, it's just a kick ball, there's no foul. So Dylan Romero out of the game, Lizzie Rush into the game for the Lancers here. She's going to inbound and then wide open in the corner. That's a sweet stroke, and it's good for Maddie Jensen. That's a great looking shot there from her, and that one is going to fall. Brookfield Central back out in front.
The Panthers looked like they were going to play a 2-3 zone on the inbounds there, but Brookfield Central went 4 low, and nobody picked up the corner.
Studebaker missed that layup, got her own rebound off the miss, and the Panthers set up again. It's Studebaker. Her 3, no good, and a foul.
I believe on Brookfield.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Gonna get it on Claire Marchant. Olivia Nice, lucky there because she thought the foul was on her. She was giving the ref the what's what, and And she's giggling now. She's like, oh, I thought that was on me. Sub in, it's Carroll going to the bench in for her Bastion, and that's not a very good pass. Wasn't even, open whatsoever. Caitlin was just completely being draped upon by Lizzie Rush.
Lancers are staying up in those passing lanes. They've gotten a few steals already off of that. So Panthers just got a back cut, like I was saying earlier. They get plenty of open looks.
Got to go to the ground. Got to get that ball. Jump ball. It's going to go to the Panthers. Yeah. You got to go to the ground, force a jump ball, no matter who's going to get it. Worth noting now, Panthers have found themselves in the bonus, and Brookfield now going to be in double bonus at this point after any more fouls. They go to Schmidt. 4:38 to go in our first half. It's 20-19 on the Torhorst Insurance scoreboard. Good cut there from Studebaker. She might have been fouled on the way up. Kind of had her shoulders stuck down a little bit, but a miss and then out of bounds off of Delaney Nina.
Really good pass from Sam. She's really been the catalyst of this offense. Just got an open look there, didn't make it, happens.
Romero back into the game now, taking out Pierkowski. Wide open in the corner. That three no good. With the rebound is to Jensen of Brookfield Central. Good step through now, pass inside. They have to kick it back out as Maya Edmond had no good look. Now she does, puts it up, no good, and a Brookfield Central foul that is going to come against Claire Marchant. She's going to come out of the game with, I believe, her third foul.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I thought it might have been a shooting foul on the Panthers. They didn't call it, but then the loose ball foul on the Lancers. So Panthers are going to get 1-1 here.
9 Heiss. Not the best free throw shooter for the Panthers. Gotta hope she's gonna put these through. Elia Hughes into the game, and 9 Heiss puts the first one in like it's nothing. But yeah, so that's gonna be Marchant back to the bench. Elia Hughes in for her second free throw is no good for 9 Heiss. So just a tie game here at Oregon High School, 20-20. That pass is tipped. Now the drive from Jensen. She wraps that pass around somehow to Edmond, and the layup is good. Wide open, Bastion, corner three. Doesn't get much easier, no good. As me and Ray Taylor have talked about, me and a lot of different, I'm sure we've said it at some point, those open corner threes are not as easy as they should be, as open as you are.
It's a good job breaking that little kind of press there from Brookfield. Bastion did a good job of running to the corner. Nice looked up and found her. I think the Panthers will take that every time they can get it. She'll knock those down.
Edmond pulls up from the mid-range. No good. I think they're going to be pretty happy anytime she shoots the ball outside of 5 feet.
I would agree.
Schmidt could have dribbled into a three there. It wasn't guarded very well on the outside. Flips the layup up instead, and that one's no good. 9 Heiss couldn't corral the rebound, so Brookfield Central again. Jensen drives, kicks now. It's Edmond. She goes back to her counterpart. Step back midi, no good. That was another clean look. Edmond has looked really comfortable when creating space, shooting the ball. Nice, just going to go past everyone, and no call there. Good extra to Schmidt. Wide open, three is good. Danny Nice knew before everyone. I saw him down there hop up right when that ball got to her hands and yell three, and it went through. Sam Schmidt puts the Panthers back in the lead. Press now for the Panthers as they get their energy up a little bit. Aaliyah Hughes inside has to go back out to Edmond. Now put to the middle. Spinning, 9 Heiss loses herself. That's going to definitely be a travel. Absolutely, yep. Dylan Romero took about 5 steps. Tegan Schenecker back into the game for Sam Schmidt now.
Romero, just a freshman to go along with those other sophomores on the team. Young squad. I thought that was a really good move from Romero. Just couldn't keep her pivot foot down. Really good move, though. I thought she was going to be able to finish it off, just drag the foot a little.
Tegan Schenecker takes a screen from Olivia Nice, creating left, and now back inside for Nice. She tries to dump off to Schenecker, but not open, and instead it ends up in the hands of Maya Edmond. Extra to the corner. They keep it in. Now Edmond, but loses it, and it comes off of Olivia Nice's head, but the Panthers do come up with the basketball. Schenecker down court. She has to kick back out to Nice, who loses it. Could have had a chance for a couple of extra passes to get an open three, but now Panthers going to have to do something else. That one, just Panthers looking all sorts of uncomfortable, missing balls completely. They scooting through the arms, the legs, just everything for the Panthers. I wouldn't say going wrong, but certainly not going right.
Yeah, Schmidt did a really good job of not picking up her third when she was back in, but Walmsley didn't want to risk it for the last 2 minutes here, took her out. That first possession without her, Panthers looked a little disgruntled.
That's going to go off of Brookfield Central. Good job by Studebaker deflecting that pass. She took the place of Olivia Nice during that last chance to sub in. Bastion will play the point here for the Panthers. Dribbles right, is stopped by Romero. Now she has to go back left, spins, picks the dribble up, dumps off to Nineheist. Delaney loses the ball, has to go back outside. Good pressure from Edmond and all of the Lancers for that matter. Good stutter step. Now Studebaker, the left-hand one. Count the basket and the foul. Caitlin Studebaker to the hoop. Now a 3-point Panther lead, a chance to put it up to 4. That one is going to go against Lizzie Rush, her first.
Better composure there from the Panthers. Just able to take their time. Studebaker got a left-handed drive. Took it strong, got the and-one, so it's much better. Not forcing passes. Getting another steal in the press.
From the Panthers. They go ahead to Schenecker. Good extra to inside, and Nineheist draws the foul and-one as well. Maddie Jensen fouled her on the way up. That's a great job from Nineheist, kind of waiting an extra half second to go up for Jensen just to being able to jump. Thought she could reach the ball, but instead just reached the shoulder, actually the off shoulder from Nineheist too. Good job using the left hand on the left side of the hoop.
Very good court vision from Schenecker. Panthers with a great response after going down 22-20. The activity on the press has been great.
That's maybe off of the Lancers. No, off of the Panthers. Out of bounds. 43.3 to go in the first half. It's a 7-point Panther lead off of this. It's going to be, I think, a 9-0 run now at this point because it was 22-20. Yeah. Both teams sit at 9 fouls with 36 seconds to go. Panthers in a 2-3 zone. 1-1-3 maybe? Yeah, something like that. 2-3 modified. They're in a zone, some sort of zone.
I think a bit of a 2-3.
Corners 3 from Jensen's no good. Panthers had to come up with the rebound. Studebaker does. She's going to have plenty of time for the Panthers to hold for last. Clock's going to tick to 15, and Studebaker will dribble it out, looking for a last shot here. Clock will now go to 10. Screen is set. Studebaker works right, spins, pulls up. It's no good, and Brookfield going to get one more chance with 3, with 2, with 1. Rush from half court. No good, and we go to half here from Oregon High School on your Tourist Insurance scoreboard. It's 29-22 Panthers in this WIAA Regional Semi-Final in the 5-12 matchup here in Sectional 3 of Division 1. We'll send it to halftime here on OCA Media.
We have an announcement here for you Panther fans. Our very own Luke Marks will be featured as part of one of the voices of Panther sports on Oregon Life, March 5th, airing at 9 a.m. right here on OCA Media.
March
so
5th.
Be on the lookout for that. Luke does a great job with these OCA Media games, so it's a little feature for him. It's going to be great. Be on the lookout.
My birthday, nonetheless. I didn't know that.
Wow, how about that?
And so now we'll send it to halftime here at Oregon High School. Panthers leading by 7, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Back again now as we start our second half here on OCA Media. The Panthers come in with a 7-point lead over the Brookfield Central Lancers. We do have an update in the Sun Prairie West versus Sun Prairie East girls game. The West Wolves lead by a score of 23-15. So if West were to hold, and that score holds, the girls will play at Sun Prairie West tomorrow night at 7 p.m. But if East were to mount the comeback, the game would be here instead. But now as I say that, I'd like to remind you that Panther basketball is brought to you by Doopy's Service Center, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Area Community Coalition, Parenting is Hard, We're Here to Help, Oregon Cares, and by the Oregon Athletic Booster Club, be a part of something great. Support our student athletes. OCA Media would like to welcome our scoreboard sponsor, Taurus Insurance, specializing in personal, business, and life insurance, locally owned since 1978. I can also inform you guys that during period 2, with about 10.5 minutes to go in the period over at the Mant Center in Stoughton, your boys are tied at a score of 0-0 with the St. Mary's Springs Ledgers in a battle for the right to go to the Cole Center in the sectional final of the WIAA Boys Hockey Tournament. So I'll get you guys some more updates as we get closer to the end of the game.
I believe that's a rematch from last year, if I'm remembering correctly.
For the last 2 years.
So this is the third year.
They have lost to the Ledgers the last 2 sectional finals.
Yeah, hopefully they can win this
right.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
They're pretty good, though, St. Mary's.
It was actually supposed to be 4 straight sectional finals, but COVID canceled. It would have been 2020. They would have played as well. So this has been the 2 teams in Division II hockey that have gone back and forth every single year.
Dominating the sectional for these past 4 years.
And Springs, it's been the same story for them every time. They qualify for state by beating the Panthers, and they lose in the state semifinal game. But we'll see if the Panthers can do something a little different, because I talked to a couple of guys. They said that actually this game, they would say, would be harder than the team that they expect to match up against in the first round of the state tournament.
All right.
So
it's a big game.
Absolutely.
Like Panthers come out in a zone.
There is a
Brookfield Central cut right through it. Not exactly sure what kind of zone that was. I'll have to see it again. Maybe it kind of looked like a bit of a 1-3-1, but they fell back a little bit. Not too sure.
Schmidt starts back out in the court to start the half. She finds Clara Tracy wide open, pulls the 3, no good. Nice grabs the rebound, gives to Schmidt. A 3 of her own and 1! Sam Schmidt. Chance at a 4-point play.
All started by Nice there. Good job on the offensive rebound. I thought they might have called over the back, but she did a good job.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Brookfield Central just didn't really go for the ball, so I guess they just let Nice get it.
4-point play converted. Panthers now lead by 10. I believe they should be. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 9. Yeah, I guess it would be 9. There, that's going to go out of bounds. I don't think a Panther touched it. Ooh.
Walmsley seems to agree with you.
Visibly upset at the call. 9-point Panther lead. That foul off that 3-point or 4-point play was against Lizzie Rush. Here is Maddie Jensen, who's going to start with the ball for the Lancers.
Just looks like an extended 2-3.
Yeah. The drive from Romero. She steps. That's going to be a travel for sure. Yeah. Dragged her pivot foot.
Second travel on Romero. She's done a good job getting to the middle of the paint, but
that height from 9 high just kind of makes you back off a little bit. You're like, whoa, okay.
Hey, as a freshman, once she gets there, just maybe getting a little startled, a little off balance, traveled a few times.
Yeah, as she dragged that back foot, that pivot foot. Good pass inside. 9 ice makes the lead 11, and Coach Walmsley fired up at a correctly executed play to these girls. Just something he loves to see.
A really good job from Delaney, just sealing.
Studebaker recovers and almost a snatch block off that 3. A very low energy snatch block. Now Schmidt has it poked away, retains the ball, now in trouble. She's going to have to find something. Goes to Olivia Nice, who's pushed over, no call, and it's going to be a turnover. Back the other way come Lizzie Rush and the Lancers.
The defensive pressure still giving Oregon a little bit of a problem on the offensive end.
Dump off to Jensen. Extra pass to the corner. They go back to the top of the key for Jensen. She pulls up from the mid-range and puts it through. That's a shot the Lancers got to be really happy with. Just Maddie Jensen, going around the screen and knocking down an elbow jumper.
Schmidt wanted to be careful there, not picking up her third. Kind of just let Jensen get right around her.
Nice, good pass. Studebaker travels. So 2 travels for Caitlin, 2 travels for Dylan Romero.
Looks like Brookfield Central is gathering a bit of a student section under the basket on your right there.
Yeah.
Looks like some parents are down in the normal visitor student section, so they just moved over.
Definitely a good traveling crowd for the Lancers. I mean, there's no boys. There's probably a boys game for them, perhaps, but no hockey. And they're going to travel to see a playoff game versus a boys game. I don't know how they do conference. The Badger Conference probably does it a little different. Here is Schmidt, top of the key. Dump off to Nice. Goes through traffic. Oh, couldn't get the finish, but 2 free throws for Olivia Nice. Yeah, I mean, I would say that their student section over there in the hoop is up to par or maybe even a little bigger than the student section we have. I'd say probably about the same.
Yeah, neither student section necessarily bringing it with the energy, but it's a low-intensity playoff game.
Regional semifinal early on in the playoff bracket. Good tip from Nineheis, able to keep the ball with the Panthers. You know, and as we talked about, I'm sure if there was no hockey game tonight, the Panther students will be bringing it.
Absolutely.
We've seen their support shown for their girls. Here's Tracy, thought about the 3, and instead she works inside through traffic, can't get it to go. Nineheis going to battle for another rebound, able to get it. No good in the layup. Rebound still fought for, and a foul. Probably going to go against Maya Edmond. I think it will. I think it's also her second foul, maybe her third, but don't quite know. I think it's at least her second. Her first, actually. I stand corrected.
It's a bit surprising coming from the biggest player on Brookfield Central in a game that's had lots of fouls. But.
Here's Schmidt, steps outside. Would have thought a 3 might come there. Good pass. Nineheis going to put it up. No good. The follow, no good. Delaney's got to have at least 10 rebounds already, without a doubt. Through pressure, it's Rush. Good pass fake from Edward. Now she goes inside with it and flips it up and good. I say Edmond.
Better play from Edmond there. Doesn't look like she's going to be taking many more jumpers this game. Much better at getting to the rim.
Studebaker blocked away at the rim. Now Panthers have had a couple possessions where they haven't gotten a clean look on the court. Jensen going to pull. No good on the 3. Schmidt back the other way. Thought she might have been fouled there by Perkowski. Now inside. It's off the hands, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers.
Better pace to the second half. Definitely quicker than it was in the first half. Still a few turnovers, but definitely not as many. Getting
nice
up and
pops
down.
Open, layup no good. Going to get her on rebound and lose it out of bounds off her knee. And it's going to be a turnover. Brookfield down 8 now, still battling here. Just 4 minutes into the second half. Plenty of time for the Lancers to mount a comeback.
Panthers have missed a lot of open layups to start the second half. Probably going to have to change if they want to hold on to this 8-point lead.
So also trying to pay attention. There's a 3 as I talk. Rush no good. Rebound tipped by a couple of players of the same team.
Panthers got to make sure to defensive rebound if they're going to stay in this 2-3.
That one is no good. A rebound for Olivia Nice. Down the court, loses out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers. Ah, there he is. I see him now. Tony Evers up there in the student section, training on his granddaughter, Tegan. Just saw it on Oregon basketball Twitter. Tony's in the house. Jax, do you see him over there?
Yeah. I believe he was at the...
he was at a boys game a little while
he
ago,
was.
cheering on Casey. I'm sure he might be here next weekend as the boys play, but cheering on his granddaughter, Tegan, here in the regional semifinal. Maybe we'll see him tomorrow night if they host, or maybe we'll see him in Sun Prairie. Here's a drive from Schmidt. Of course, he has lots of important things he's doing.
I think so, yeah.
There's a tip pass out of bounds. It'll stay with Oregon. Apparently, as I'm told through Panther Twitter, he was Coach Schenecker, or he was Coach Schenecker at one point as well. Mrs. Schenecker.
I believe that could have been a reference to the Casey and Tegan's mom, Erin. She coaches a youth team I believe that could be the reference they were making.
Sure it is. I'm sure it is.
But Tony definitely could have been a coach in his day. I guess I don't know him like
I'm
that.
guessing it'd probably be his wife, who is the Schoenecker other part of the family. I'm guessing. There is, as we talk here, a foul is going to lead to some Lancer free throws missed by Maddie Jensen on the first. But yeah, of course, 3 younger sisters of Casey, all basketball players in their own right. We have sophomore Laura, who's over there, injured, but on this varsity team as well. She played JV this year, too. We have Tegan, who is a full-time varsity player, and then Kendall, who is in 8th grade, I think. She's playing AAU ball for Wisconsin Academy. I know I've talked to a couple coaches there. My boss is actually over at my other job there. I've done their tip pass. They talk about how Kendall's just this great player, maybe even better than any of her older siblings. Casey, of course, been great. Tegan going to have a great career. We'll see what Laura can do as a junior. An air ball off the 3 from Lizzie Rush. Schmidt dribbling through traffic, leaves through defenders in her wake, finds Tracy for 3. It's good. Clara Tracy bangs another timeout.
Panthers timeout.
Yep, Panther timeout.
Big swing there. Rush has put up a few threes in the second half, hasn't got him to go. Then Panthers, as you were saying, Schmidt was able to get through the defense, found an open Tracy, and it's a high percentage look. Panthers will take that every time, so a 6-point swing. Panthers up to a double-digit lead now.
Clara, I dare say, a top 2 shooter on this team when she's hot, maybe even better than Sam when she's feeling herself. 10-point lead for the Panthers, her second 3 of the night. She's now shooting 50% in the night, 2 for 4. She told me a couple times this year when she's had a high number of threes that she wants to break the all-time girls record at some point. It stands at 6 right, or it stands at 5 right now. If she were to make 6 in a game, that would break it. She had 4 in the first half against Baraboo just about a month and a half back, and she didn't play much in the second half because let's say that game was not very competitive in favor of the Panthers. Took down the Thunderbirds by about 60 points, but I digress. We're here in playoffs now, and Clara would love to break the school record in playoffs. That would be just something amazing, or perhaps in her next 2 seasons as a Panther, still just a young sophomore. Is she going to take a break here, as well as Olivia Nice, and in for them, McKenna Carroll and Brooke Bastian.
Update from the Sun Prairie matchup. Sun Prairie West is up 25-17 with 6:43 left in the second half. Bit of a tight game. Nobody's
said 6:43.
16:43.
Okay, sorry. I was going to say. So
sorry, yeah, 16.
2 total points scored in 12 minutes of basketball. Definitely a slow game, but
still a tight one early in second there.
Sun Prairie East. You know, the Cardinals always definitely able to go on a run. You know, we've always competed with the Sun Prairie Cardinals in our lifetime. We know just how good the Cardinals can be. Pull up mid-range for Jensen is going to rattle out. Panthers chance to extend this lead even more to double digits, looking to put the Panthers up by 12, 13 points. Schmidt receives the handoff.
Calling for a screen.
Screen set. Schmidt drives back out, tries to pass that one to a cutting McKenna Carroll, but ends up in the hands of a Lancer, and down the court they come. Extra pass there. Romero, corner 3 is good. Dylan Romero cuts the lead back to 7. Panthers, or I should say Lancers, going basket to basket for the Panthers, just not able to cut that lead any shorter than about 5 or 7 points. Panthers not letting them get any closer.
Seems like every time the Panthers are trying to make a cross-court pass, it's getting stolen.
Tough finish there by Studebaker, can't get it to go. Nineheis was in position for the rebound, but it went over her head. That's going to be up. A foul against Carroll, and went down there with the hands. Going to send probably, I believe Maddie Jensen to the line.
Yeah, just finishing my point there. The Panthers, they've thrown a couple of skip passes that have been stolen. They just had one a few possessions ago. It wasn't necessarily a skip pass, but just a pass across the lane got stolen again. Jensen knocks down the free throw. But just too many turnovers. I'm sure Ramsey has not been too happy with that. He's probably told them to just be more careful with the ball, not throwing the ball across the lane. Brookfield Central's got pretty good length. They've been able to get their hands on a lot of passes. Jensen knocks down the second, and Brookfield, nope, Jensen looks like she's just trying to face guard Schmidt now, which is interesting. Schmidt hasn't had a huge offensive game, more of a facilitator. Did have that and 1-3 early in the half, as Nice takes it to the basket.
Trying to get an update in this boys game. I cannot find it. It's on NFHS Network, so I can't look at it, but I'm still trying to find updates perhaps from the game. See if I can find anything. Shot 3, no good, and going to be a foul against Brookfield Central against Maya Edmond over the back.
Not much of a box out from Zick, but Edmond just went over the back a little bit on the rebound. Interesting call. I feel like the refs have let a few over the back calls slide, but not that one.
Yeah, not much to be said on either the Oregon basketball Twitter account. There is no Portage basketball Twitter account. Here's a 3 from Bastian. Gonna go! Back to a 10-point lead again. Like I said, Panthers not letting these Brookfield Central Lancers get any closer than 7, it seems. There's Tegan Schenecker tipping and stealing that one away. Back she comes. Gives up to Carly Zick. Cut now. Good job. Zick is fouled on the way up by Dylan Romero. I think that's her 3rd foul.
Looked like pretty solid defense from Romero. Must have just got her a little bit with the body. We couldn't see it from up here.
First, gonna rattle and be no good. Second one gonna go. Refs whistling something. They're gonna go basket, no good off of a lane violation, I assume.
Yeah, looks like they called it on Zick. I didn't see what she did there. Must have just stepped over the line early. I don't think she jumped over the line, so she must have just stepped over the line before the ball hit the rim. The Panthers still in the 2-3.
Yeah, they've been in it all half. Clock down to 10 minutes now. It's a Panther 10-point lead. Ooh, almost. I could have got a kick ball there against Schenecker. It looked like it went off of her leg, but it might have gone off of her hand. I don't know for sure. Timeout. Lancers, as they were in a tough spot, trapped around by a couple of different Panthers.
Good job by Schenecker going down to help Zick. No Carroll or Nineheist in the game, so Zick's playing in the middle of the 2-3. She's not the biggest player, so it looked like Edmond was trying to take advantage there, but Schenecker did a great job coming down, using her length to help forcing that timeout from Brookfield Central.
See if there's no other updates yet. It's still at that for the Sun Prairie West game I'm talking here. Nothing newer. I'm going to have an update here for the boys hockey game with a minute and a half to go in the second period. It's still 0-0 over at the Mann Center in Stoughton with a minute and a half to go.
It feels unusual, yeah.
Yeah, St. Mary Springs on the attack, though. Not exactly the cleanest stream. I can't find a great one because there's the Mann Center over there is not got the best internet. But we're just getting updates as they come. Foul against the Panthers. Going to be free throws coming for Claire Marching.
I don't know high school hockey too well, but I feel like a scoreless game after 2 periods is pretty unusual. Yeah,
of course. So in the last game for both the Ledgers and the Panthers, they both won their game 7-2 over in the sectional semifinal, and in the first in the section, or I should say in the regional final, okay, the first round of the boys playoffs, they Panther goal, I believe. Yeah, Panther goal. Going to give them a 1-0 lead. So the boys are leading now with about a minute to go until the half. Or I should say until the end of the second period. Schmidt loses it, able to regain. Drives inside off of her foot, and going to lose it.
A little bit too much dribbling from Schmidt there. She's just trying to get a look, face guarding Schmidt, so she's got to be pretty frustrated.
Deep 3 from Romero is no good.
Good weak side rebound from Schenecker.
Yeah. Goal for the Panthers. I wanted to make sure before because of course it's a neutral site, so the home and away is less clear, but yep, goal for the Panthers. So they are up 1-0 on the Ledgers. About to end period number 2. Back on the attack they come again. I'm commentating 2 games at once right now. Brookfield, or I should say Brooke Bastian, going to bring it across for the Panthers. 9:19 to go in the game. Panthers looking to advance to the regional final here. Bastian, good head fake, but travels.
Yep.
Happens a lot when head fake, the violent head fakes come, and you kind of take a step when you're standing still. That's something to travel.
She saw the hard closeout. Looked like she was just a little too excited to drive baseline there. Shuffled the feet before she put the ball on the ground.
Back on the attack is Jensen and the Lancers here. Screen is set. Bastion going to try and stay with. A pull-up floater, we'll call it, is no good. Rebound goes to Nineheis.
Really good job of boxing out from Nineheis. Just clearing out the lane, able to get the rebound. It's really impressive when you can get a rebound after it bounces.
Nice, tough take. Fouled almost. That would have been a great and one again, but 2 free throws coming for her as also now I can say officially the second period's over and Panthers leading 1-0 over at the Mant Center against the St. Mary Springs Ledgers.
Of course, we just had the wrestling state tournament today.
Yeah, yesterday started.
Yeah.
There were, I think, a school best 8 wrestlers there across the boys and the girls. Unfortunately, all of the boys and girls were eliminated in their first round bouts.
They were,
yeah.
Okay.
Seth Nide wrestled 2 bouts. He lost them both because he got lucky in this first round. The guy he lost to ended up winning all of his matches, so he got to be able to wrestle again because they give the best loss into the second round anyway, and he was defeated again. So no Panthers left as we head to Championship Saturday over there at the Kohl Center. So if you're looking for something to do tomorrow during the day and probably end of the night as well, I would imagine, you can go over to the Kohl Center and watch some boys state tournament wrestling and watch some medals and some state championships be awarded. Of course, like I said, no Panthers left, but a buddy of mine, Griffin Empey, and somebody who I know pretty well over there at Stoughton, going to be wrestling the 285. He's done well, I know, so far. A couple other guys, of course, Tyler Wald, who's a Panther, lost in his first round matchup, unfortunately. Seth Nide, a couple of seniors. Also, there was a freshman Panther wrestling 110, Evan Fahey, so he's still got 3 more years. And Panthers have an incoming 8th grader who has won state for middle school and intermediate school. He has not lost a state tournament since 4th grade, and he is expected to be a 4-timer, as they say in wrestling. I've talked to a lot of guys, 4th-time state champ. He is actually the younger brother of a current junior at Oregon High School at Auburn. His name is Cade. He's going to be definitely a star for the Panthers for the next 4 seasons. Just, got to talk other sports here. As the girls up by 10 here on the Lancers. They're also in the bonus. Nineheis has a foul called against her, so Romero going to be shooting 2 free throws. Nineheis is first. Panthers still 2 fouls to give. So some room for the Panthers as the first free throw rattles through for Romero.
It's a really exciting time of the year for high school sports. Just the end of seasons. In the fall, you got football, volleyball, and then, of course, boys soccer going on, state championships.
We know about that, about all the soccer. And then in the spring, you have baseball, as me and you, a couple of first basemen here in the booth, and then girls soccer. Of course, our girls, nothing less than the best, is what we've become accustomed to in girls soccer. As I talked to my buddy up here from Tuesday, 17 Pete state champions. Or I should say conference champions, not state. But 1 Pete state champions, probably going to be 2 Pete this year. Don't want to knock on wood up here, but they're pretty good. They were the #1 team in the nation last year at the end of the year and let up 3 goals the entire season. Good pass to Schmidt. She goes baseline, kicks to the top of the key for Studebaker. Ooh, head fake, goes inside with the floater, no good. Rebound contested, but controlled by the Lancers, but out of bounds. Ooh, off a Bastion, out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Lancers. But yeah, just the ends of seasons, like you said, exciting time, especially when there's big tournaments, just like there is for football, massive tournament, for basketball, massive tournament, volleyball, hockey, pretty big.
I might be biased. I do think the winter season's the best. Just boys basketball, girls basketball, you got hockey, swimming just happened, wrestling was this weekend. Oregon boys had a great year for swimming as well. So Oregon sports, after the boys state championship in soccer, it's been a really great year. See what the basketball teams can do here in the playoffs.
See what the girls, like we talked about girls soccer, we'll see. Our boys lost a lot of seniors for baseball, but I mean, I'm a baseball guy. I've talked to Coach Scholl. We're going to see what we can do this year. Always expecting, to do well. And we'll see how they do. We got girls softball who just missed the state tournament last year. Gonna be good again this year. Lost Kate Davis as their best player last year, and Emily Crow. Timeout. Brookfield after that 3 cuts the lead to 8 with 6:50 to go. But yeah, just exciting times here in Oregon, high school sports. The winter season coming to a close. And the marking of that is this girls basketball WIAA state championship tournament. We're here in the regional semifinal. The Panthers lead by a score of 50-42 over the Brookfield Central Lancers.
Maddie Jensen has done a great job of keeping Brookfield in this game. She's really emerged as the leader for the Lancers. As I said, I'm really keeping him in the game. She's been active on defense. Knocked down a few threes. Just making it happen, really. She's got a really good stroke. Every time she shoots it, it looks like it's going to go in. So they're definitely going to turn to her to try and come back from this 8-point deficit here in the last 6:51.
Here's 50-42, 6:50 to go in the game. Panthers in the bonus. Still a foul to give before they put Brookfield in the bonus. Just been informed from the great Amy Wallenk. Halftime at Portage High School, the boys lead 37-28. Thank you, Amy, for that. Appreciate you.
And in the boys conference championship, the Oregon girls won the girls conference championship last week. Sauk Prairie beat Edgewood last night by somewhere between 10 and 12. Pretty good. I think it was
dominant fashion.
Yeah, it was tied at
Eagles.
half. Had a strong second half. So congratulations to Sauk Prairie. It's a little frustrating for the Panthers considering they just beat them by 20 earlier this week. But that's the way it goes.
Here comes Studebaker. Breakaway right hand layup. Ooh, missed. But the follow from Nine High is going to clean it up. So 2 points on the board nonetheless. But yeah, like you said, frustrating for these boys. I talked to the coaches, Coach Steen, Coach Siebert, Coach Blanke, and they feel as if they were the best team in the Badger Conference all year. Or I should say the Badger West Conference all year. They feel they're the best team in that conference. Of course, they'll look to win a conference championships next year when the conference switches to Badger Large and Small. They'll have a conference shakeup at the end of this season. Every other season for football and basketball. So football had a conference shakeup before this season. Basketball going to have a conference shakeup after this season. Carroll flips that one up and good.
Good inbounds play. Carroll sealing. Schmidt with a good pass, getting it under the Lancers defender for the open look.
I have been told by Coach Steen, unfortunately, he thinks that Mount Horb's going to be in the Badger Small and that we're going to be in the Badger Large. So might not get as many Josh Manchester and Vaughn Carvilla battles as our hearts can take, but this year's game last Friday definitely gave us enough excitement for a lifetime of Panthers versus Mount Horeb Vikings. But he still thinks that we're going to play them in conference crossover games. So we'll definitely have our share of Josh Manchester, Vaughn Carvilla battles still for the next 3 years to come. Two great players, two guys who certainly in their own right can be, amazing high-level athletes, perhaps even, D1 level athletes. They always talk about Josh and Vaughn going to be battling easily. Both of them are going to be on their conference first teams respectively for the next 3 years. Shouldn't have a doubt in your mind about that. They should both run their conferences respectfully in the point scoring. Josh perhaps could be on a conference team this year. Did come off the bench, which is going to hinder him, but got starter minutes and had starter talent, scored like a starter.
Absolutely, yep.
Vaughn Carvilla, he, with his second half of the season, would easily be on an all-conference team, but he had a slow start, which, is predictable for a freshman, but Vaughn with an absolutely amazing finish to the season, and see what he can do in these playoffs here is his first experience, along with Braden Hermsdorf, who had a great year in his own right. Averaged close to 10 rebounds. Evan Miles should have no problem coming to that all-conference first team. Should have girls' conference teams soon. I believe Sam Schmidt should probably be on that. Olivia Nice, perhaps. Maybe we'll see who else, but
Delaney definitely deserving of a nod.
Carroll down the court. Breakaway for the Panthers. Lead back to 12. So just basket for basket. Panthers not letting the Lancers gain an inch.
The Panthers came out of the 2-3 zone. Studebaker face guarding Jensen now, so we got a player on each team getting face guarded.
Cutting there, no good off the layup. That's Claire Marchant, and Olivia Nice comes up with the rebound. But yeah, like we talked about earlier, these Panthers, no seniors, just going to be even better next year than they already are this year, and they're going to be a team that competes to go to sectionals this year at the very least. So, you know, next year could be that chance for the Resch Center, if not a magical run this year. Coach Walmsley can get his girls in. Of course, it'll be Sam Schmidt, Delaney Nineheist, Caitlin Studebaker, Brooke Bastion, and, you know, a couple others senior year, McKenna Carroll, Reese Evans. They'll be seniors next year, and maybe they can bring Coach to the Resch Center. Of course, reached 100 wins earlier in the season. Congratulations to Coach Walmsley on that. Olivia Nice gonna go 1 for 2 at the free throw line, 13-point lead. Of course, great coach Dominique Winters over there, run coach Ronaldo, and Sam Schmidt coming away with the steal. No good, no layup, but rebound for the Panthers, much like they've done all night. Carroll puts that one up, is fouled.
It's a good job from the Panthers, all running with Sam, knowing that the layup wasn't a guarantee, getting the offensive rebound, even being able to pass that off for open look. Nineheist got fouled there, so Panthers would certainly take it. Of course, for those of you not aware, Oregon basketball, girls and boys, moving up to Division I for the first time this year since the realignment back in the 2000s, I believe. So the road to state for both of these teams, boys and girls, going to be very difficult now. Going to have some special talent. The boys certainly have that the next few years. The girls next year returning 100% of their production certainly should have a good chance, especially after the great season they've had thus far.
The boys losing, of course, the great Evan Miles. You know, they're losing Casey Schenecker, Jack Relsey, Billy McCorkle, Quentin Bush. Billy and Quentin, who returned tonight.
Absolutely.
Excited to see them and their production in these next and last couple of games for the Panthers down the stretch. That's a foul against Maddie Jensen. His free throws coming for Schmidt. Double bonus. Of course, George Mimm, Eric Patterson, seniors. You know, you see all the posters over there for seniors and all of those great players. Panthers, of course, next year still going to be a pretty dang good team. Not expecting anything less than they've had this year. Of course, lots of seniors were gone after last season, including you, Ryan Panzer, Deacon Bush, Drew Kesenick, Brady Taylor, who was alongside me, and you know all the rest of those guys who were on last year's magical run. And the Panthers still definitely did just fine this year in their own right, as a 4 seed in Division I is no slight task.
Absolutely.
I've talked to Coach Siebert, and he doesn't know if the boys necessarily were deserving of a 4 seed perhaps, but definitely have been playing well enough to earn a high seed. And although they are that 4 seed, there is their path to the Kohl Center is going to include every single game. I would say, without a doubt, a team that could also be going to the Kohl Center. I mean, Brookfield East, 13 seed, doesn't matter. They're still one of the best teams in the state. Hamilton, is also ranked number 4 in the state. Arrowhead, ranked number 2 in the state. Middleton, ranked number 3 in the state. And then if they do get to the state tournament, they'll have De Pere, who's number 1 in the state. And then they'll have New Berlin Eisenhower, who's number 9, or I should say, Eau Claire Eisenhower or something like that.
Eau Claire Memorial, maybe?
Memorial, there it is, the old A's.
Yep.
They're going to be also a top 10 ranked team in the state. So no team outside of the top 10 in the state besides the current Brookfield East, but they're in their own right, probably a top 10 team in the state too. So just like we talk about this Division I, a different beast than Division II last year. Boys, of course, making that sectional final run to just fall short to the Westosha Central Falcons. Jack Rose, Kenny Garth on that team.
Yep.
Jack now playing for Green Bay, I think.
Yep, Green Bay. He's getting a little bit of playing time, I believe. Green Bay fired Will Ryan, son of Bo Ryan, earlier this season after an abysmal start. So Jack Rose did start to get some playing time. Of course, Cade Meyer out of Monroe. If any of you viewers remember him, He's been starting, probably their best player on Green Bay this year, on a pretty poor team, but he's still a good player.
Jackson with a little Horizon League insight.
UW Milwaukee's been having a great year this year. First year head coach, I believe.
Yeah, fired Coach Baldwin.
Yeah.
Of course, his son Patrick, was he a 5-star? I think he was. Yeah, he was a 5-star. He committed to Milwaukee over basically any school he wanted to go to. Went to the Panthers because his dad was there. And is he still there, Pat?
No, he was drafted by the Warriors.
Oh, he was. Yeah. Of course, a great player in his own right, but didn't make the Panthers any better than they already were. But, you know, one man can't do it all. Unless your name's Johnny Davis, I guess. But see him now in the G League. Not going to get that sub in. Bastion came to check in, but didn't get in.
The Panthers looking to put this one away. 15-point lead seems fairly safe, but you never know.
3 minutes left any given night.
Yeah.
Any run can happen. Here's Schmidt. A 3. No good. Rebound going to go to Studebaker fairly easily, uncontested. It's going to be lost out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers, though. So, yeah, Panthers looking to put this one away and ride into the regional final on a high. That game, like we have talked about a couple times, going to be tomorrow night.
Panthers have done a really good job in the second half, just kind of grabbing control early and keeping control. It was very close throughout most of the first half. Panthers pulled away late. We're up 7 at halftime. I don't think it got any closer than 7 in the second half, so they've done a good job. Yeah.
Held them right at 7. Looking for updates, we got it. It's going to be Sun Prairie West. They're going to play them tomorrow. It's with 5:48 left as of 3 minutes ago. It's Sun Prairie West 50 and Sun Prairie East 29. So it'll be the Wolves tomorrow, the first year as a school Wolves, playing your Oregon Panthers tomorrow night. That game will be at Sun Prairie West High School. So if you have no plans, there you go. Have a little drive up to Sun Prairie and watch the Panthers in the regional final taking on the Wolves.
Get a day full of sports tomorrow if you want to check out the wrestling tournament, as you were saying earlier. The girls will be playing 7 o'clock. Yep.
So shots here for the Lancers with 2:26 to go. Shot is up and good for Lizzie Rush. Try and see if I can get another update in the hockey game here, see if they're out of intermission yet. I don't have another update in the basketball game for you, but I will soon, I can promise you that. Of course, Amy Wallenk, my inside source now for that.
I really hate NFHS streaming.
Yeah, me
really,
too.
Shout out to OCA Media, free YouTube stream. It doesn't get better than this.
NFHS is so expensive.
It is a little ridiculous. I don't understand high schools who won't stream it for free on a YouTube channel. You don't even need the commentators, really. Just let people stream it for free. I don't understand making people pay for it.
Of course, we have our great team over here at OCA Media. Jordan alongside me over here doing a little camera work for us tonight. It's a Friday night, no Friday Night Live this week. Are we going to have a Friday Night Live next week for the boys game? No Friday Night Live, just a one camera operation. Deep 3 for Jensen is drilled. Back to 10 now.
Jensen still keeping the Lancers in the game.
That's for sure. And
almost gets a steal.
That one out of bounds. Yeah, just one-man band right now for the Lancers is Maddie Jensen.
She looks gassed out there, hands on her knees. Can't blame her, though. I mean, I'm sure she's came out at some point, but she has really played much of this game. She can be a really good player for the next 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing more to be said about her. Had a great night so far. Sam Schmidt had to chase after that ball a little bit. Is able to come up with it. Now dribbles through like 4 defenders. Nineheist able to come up with it and one. And Nineheist a chance to perhaps put this one away.
Yeah. Really good play there from Schmidt and Nineheist. Really, really good catch, I think, from Nineheist. Schmidt threw it a little bit at her feet. I noticed Sam has thrown a few passes at people's feet. I'm sure, I mean, it's not something she does often, but Nineheist did a really good job of picking that one up, especially being as tall as she is, going down and getting that one.
That's a missed free throw from Nineheist, but Olivia Nice coming up with the rebound. Lead up to 12 now with 1:45 to go. Just what the Panthers have done all season. Offensive rebound after
Olivia
offensive
Nice.
rebound. She's going to be fouled by it. Elise Gasset.
I have not seen another high school basketball player control the offensive boards as much as Olivia Nice when I watch the girls' games here.
And as much can be said for McKenna Carroll and New Lady Nine Heights doing the same thing. Just 3 girls who, I mean, Nine Heights is 6'1", Carroll 6 foot, Olivia Nice probably 5'11", 5'10" in her own right. All 3 of these girls just physical players beyond their, with wits beyond their age for, you know, just controlling the offensive glass. And Olivia Nice knocking down that free throw. Second one's going to go through as well. Lead up to 14, and Lancers and the Panthers still battling with 1:40 to go. Another deep three going to come, this time offside of the backboard. Rebound battled for, but controlled by the Lancers. But stolen away by Studebaker. Ahead to Olivia Nice inside. Good jump stop. Step through is good.
Nice.
And a 16-point lead.
Nice is so good at playing off of 2 feet. Really good jump stop and step through. She's done that lots and lots of times this year, and I'm impressed every time. Just a sophomore having that quality of footwork, able to get herself open is really impressive.
Couple of subs in, and I think that's going to be curtains for the Brookfield Central Lancers. Great season for them. Congratulations to their girls on a well-fought game throughout this regional semifinal, but it's going to be your Panthers pulling through and headed to Sun Prairie West to play the Wolves in the regional final. Reese Evans on the cut there, stolen away by Romero. Back down the court, she steps back, gives, and a 3 from Rush is no good. Rebound for Bastion. Now to Zick, and Carly Zick is fouled, so free throws are coming for her. Maya Edmond just prolonging the finish to this one with 50 seconds to go and a 16-point Panther lead.
Brookfield Central put up a fight, as we were saying, close in the first half. I'm not upset the Panthers ran away with it, but a close game would have been fun to call. Not complaining, of course, though. Brookfield Central only with 6 wins all year. They really fought hard in the first half. I was impressed with how they were playing. Panthers really just kind of showed they were the better team here in the second half, played much better basketball.
It's a missed free throw from Carly Zick. Panthers back on the court in the defense. The pass inside there, and a foul against Olivia Nice. Going to be free throws for Grace Ludke. I know Andrew Jakey had the goal for the Panthers. Of course, the great junior who has been right up there for Player of the Year in the state the last 2 seasons. Has been right up there for leading the state in goals, points, assists alike. Him and, of course, Panthers going to be perhaps at this point, as we know, up 1-0. Already down the sectional final. Doing this without another great player from last season, Kyle Rohr, who went pro. So without their other prolific scorer, and still doing great things, shows you how great Andrew is. And he may do the same thing himself. Pro next year, I don't know yet. Of course, big decision to make for him. But, you know, just congrats to Andrew and the Panthers so far on this battle against the Ledgers. Perhaps rewriting history this year, as they may have a little bit of a different result in the last 2 seasons. We'll see what happens at the end of that one. Missed free throw.
A 3 there from Hughes.
And that studio at the Band Center is packed. I'm seeing photos now, and I can't tell you why that the student section over here isn't as big. The Band Center is bumping right now. I know it was a sold-out crowd of all of 800 people, but still, sold-out crowd says something. Final shot of the game is going to be a miss, and your Panthers will head to the regional final. And Brookfield Central season comes to an end, but not without a battle. And we had it all for you on OCA Media before this game comes to an end.
All right, we'll see if I can read this a little better this time. If you weren't here at halftime, Panther fans, listen up. Our very own Luke Marks will be featured as part of one of the voices of Panther sports on Oregon Life, March 5th, airing at 9 a.m. right here on OCA Media. That is Luke's birthday. He does a great job here on OCA Media, so it's going to be a nice little tribute to him. Be sure to watch that. Wish him a happy birthday if you see him.
Appreciate that, Jackson. Appreciate all you guys here at OCA Media and all you guys watching and everyone who has supported me through this. You know, of course, one day it'll be my dream to be a pro announcer. You'll hear a little more about that in the Oregon Life. But Panthers come away with the win here, 68-54, and they will have a meeting tomorrow night with the Sun Prairie West Wolves in a regional final matchup at Sun Prairie West. Before this game is over, though, I'd like to say that this program was brought to you with financial support from local partners, Doopy Service Center, Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Area Community Coalition, Parenting is Hard, we're here to help, Oregon Cares, and by the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Be a part of something great, support our student athletes. Got one last update here for the boys game. 56-42, your Panthers leading the Portage Warriors in the third place matchup and the fourth place matchup for the conference. 10 minutes left to go in that game. But now, on behalf of the OCA Media Sports Production crew, Jackson Brockman, Jordan Hake, and myself, Luke Marks, thank you for watching this presentation of Panther basketball. We'll see you next Friday, me and Jackson again, as the boys take on Brookfield East in a first-round regional semifinal matchup on OCA Media. Have a great night.